If you've ever assembled IKEA furniture and wondered why you're doing it yourself, that question is the strategy. People love success stories, but they flinch at the part where someone looks cheap. This is Ingvar Kamprad, billionaire, founder of IKEA, and a man known for habits that made wealthy people uncomfortable. Flying economy, driving an aging car, chasing discounts, and yes, reusing tea bags. Not because he had to, but because he chose to. As a boy in rural Sweden, he rode a bicycle for miles selling matchboxes one at a time. Margins were tiny, roads were long, and every wasted coin meant fewer boxes next week. That early math, tiny margins plus long distance, burns a lesson into you. Waste is louder than need. And cheap is rarely about price, it's about judgment. It's the look you get when you choose the plain option, the durable option, the option that doesn't perform success. It can make you second-guess yourself. Kamprad built a company by making that choice anyway, in public, over and over. Then success arrived, and the normal script would be, upgrade your life, upgrade your image, prove you've made it. Kamprad did the opposite. He kept the instinct that got him started. Protect the customer from unnecessary expense, even if it makes you look unfashionable. That's the embarrassing choice, because it asks you to trade applause for access. If this is your kind of story, quiet, practical, no manipulation, subscribe. I post more like this. Most founders meet that fork quietly. On one side is prestige, polished showrooms, white glove delivery, thicker packaging, premium finishes, and a price tag that signals status. On the other side is reach, lower costs, fewer compliments, more households served. Kamprad picked reach again and again and accepted the social penalty that came with it. Flat-pack furniture wasn't elegant. Self-assembly wasn't luxurious. Warehouses instead of boutique showrooms didn't feel refined. But each undignified decision removed an invisible tax: the cost of shipping air instead of wood, the cost of storing bulky pieces, the cost of extra handling, the cost of fragile designs that break in transit, the cost of labor that exists mainly to preserve a performance of luxury, and the cost of, because that's how it's done. None of those costs make a chair more comfortable. They just make it harder to afford. So IKEA cut them, one by one, even when it looked like they were cutting corners. Think of a business like a supply chain under tension. Every handoff adds friction. Every convenience adds cost. Every layer quietly asks who this is really for. IKEA pushed effort upstream into design and logistics so effort could disappear downstream for the customer. Designers worked harder so a table could ship flat. Engineers simplified joints so fewer parts could be stronger. Factories standardized components so scale lowered price without lowering quality. Stores became warehouses where inventory moved efficiently. And customers did the final assembly, not to be exploited, but to be included in the trade. Time and effort in exchange for a lower bill. The system wasn't about being cheap, it was about being honest. Here's the counterintuitive part. People don't mind effort when they understand the exchange. Assembling an IKEA table isn't a failure of service, it's clarity. You do this part, and we won't charge you for things you don't need. You don't pay for a truck hauling empty space. You don't pay for layers of handling and repackaging. You don't pay for a velvet rope illusion. You pay for function, thoughtful design, and a system that refuses to pad the bill. That clarity protects dignity. It tells the customer, we respect your budget enough to be transparent about where the cost goes. And when people feel respected, they don't feel poor, they feel capable. Kamprad's frugality wasn't personal virtue signaling, it was organizational discipline. When leaders absorb discomfort, customers get relief. When a company sweats the small costs, it earns the right to serve at large scale. Trust doesn't scale through polish, it scales through consistency. Doing the same honest thing, repeatedly, even when it isn't glamorous. That consistency, quietly practiced, built IKEA. Trust scales. If you want a simple test, watch where a business spends its effort. On appearances that flatter the buyer or on structures that lower the buyer's burden. IKEA bet on structure, and that's why a flat box can become a home.